living in some interesting times. You need to buy eggs. It's like $9 a dozen. Eggs, perfume. Eggs, perfume. A lot of us right now probably want to escape these times that are going on. You know, we don't know what's going to happen from the next year, the next month, the next week, the next day. I want to help you create a fragrance collection, not necessarily on a budget, because yeah, I don't budget. But we as fragrance lovers, what we tend to do is we tend to divulge ourselves into fragrances in order to escape what's going on outside. You know, it's like a form of escapism for us. I have to be a little more responsible when I'm sharing content with y'all and letting y'all know that when you look at all of this here, you don't necessarily, hopefully, you don't necessarily feel like you have to buy all of these fragrances or you have to buy fragrances. You have to have this type of stuff because, you know, you need to buy eggs. It's like $9 a dozen. Eggs, perfume, right? Anyways, we are living in some really uncertain times and I want to be really responsible. I feel that if you do not have a channel where you're reviewing fragrances, you don't need to have 30, 50, 100, 300, 1,000 bottles of perfume. However, I'm not going to be in your pocket, okay? I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. I'm just going to be as responsible as I can to let you know that when you see people like me or others like me talking about fragrances, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have this type of fragrance collection going on for you to have a truly curated collection that you love. That being said, I want to help those of you who are looking to create a fragrance collection. I want to help you create a fragrance collection, not necessarily on a budget because yeah, I don't budget. Okay, so I'm not going to lie about that. I want to help you create a fragrance collection. And I use the word not collect, but curate, because you want to curate a fragrance collection that is for you, that fits you. So here are a few tips that I would recommend to you. My first tip is don't go down the rabbit hole trying to get fragrances from the same line, like all the Muglers or all the Raja Doves or all the, Christian Louboutin or all the, Mind Games. Don't try to get fragrances, all of the fragrances from a particular house. If you have a specific note that you find that you have like your body acquiesces to, your body is just like, you go weak in the knees. Like, let's say you like rose or you like a vanilla, you like musk, you like, aromatics, that type of vibe, a fragrance, of course. If you like something in particular and you don't mind whatever it is, whether it's a bitter vanilla or whether it's a very sweet vanilla or whether it's a very light vanilla, if you find that you know what notes you tend to like gravitate to, stick with that profile. And if you get the best of the best for that for yourself, you try out 2 or 3 vanillas, different types of vanillas, then you collect those. There is no need to have 20 vanilla fragrances. Not in these times. Really. Okay? If you are wearing 1 or 2 vanillas and you finish that bottle, you're going to find yourself feeling a lot more accomplished than having a whole bunch of vanillas that you put like maybe your hands on once a year. Just keep that in mind. Go for notes that you find yourself gravitating towards, or when you spray it on, your body goes, ah, you tremble, ah, you melt. Go towards notes like that. That's the first thing I would do because you're going to like it when you spray it on yourself. My next tip for you would be to purchase fragrances in decants or in sample sizes. Now, it's kind of hit or miss when it comes to sample sizes and decants, because if you buy a fragrance and you're testing it out and you get a 1 milliliter or a 2 milliliter, even a 3 milliliter size sample, it may not be enough for you to truly wear that fragrance, meaning that you want to wear that fragrance several times. You want to wear it by itself. You want to wear it when you're layering it, if you like to layer. You want to wear that fragrance in different temperatures. You want to wear that fragrance in different, I would say, like different events that you go to, nighttime, daytime, that type of stuff. To figure out if that fragrance is really, driving with you. That's why I tell people, I highly recommend people buying 5 milliliters to test out if you're decanting. If the notes are hitting right and you look at the notes and you're like, I think I'm going to like this, get yourself a decant. Or you can just get a 2 milliliter sample and then buy a bigger decant afterwards. Yeah, that's probably a better piece of advice for you. So yeah, that's what I would say. Sample or decant first before you jump head on into buying a full bottle. That's my recommendation. Although I'm a fragrance influencer and I like, talking about stuff as soon as they release, my next piece of advice, I would say wait. My next piece of advice for buying fragrances, curating a fragrance collection, is to wait. Don't buy a new release as soon as it drops. Even if you go test it out in the stores and you find yourself really, going towards that fragrance or fragrances, because, we get in like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drops at one time, I would highly recommend that you wait. Because when you wait before you purchase a fragrance, number one, the price may go down. You can get it on the gray, I call it the gray market, which is like Fragrance Buy, Fragrance Net, those places, or even on Facebook groups where people buy it as soon as it drops and then they decide, oh, this is not really for me. And you can get it at a discount because they're trying to get rid of it, right? I would recommend not buying a fragrance as soon as it drops. Make friends with sales associates in stores like Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom, Bergdorf's. Make friends with those individuals. Also, like in boutiques, fragrance boutiques like Perfumology, the Scent Room, those places. When you do that, you can get samples of fragrances that are recently released or just dropped that are in the stores. And then you can test them before you blind buy a bottle. Which leads me right into the next one. I highly recommend not blind buying fragrances at this time. I know there's a thrill to blind buying. I myself used to have that thrill. I no longer have that thrill. I have more feelings of regret, especially if I buy a fragrance, blind bought a fragrance, and I have something that smells very similar to it, or it's just not hitting. I want to love a fragrance. As soon as I spray it, I want to be like, oh, yes. That's how I feel when I'm curating at this point in my journey. I don't want to be like, maybe, oh no, I don't want to be like that. So when you're curating a fragrance collection, keep that in mind. Don't blind buy. Try to sample as much as you possibly can. You can sample at many places. I've put them up. I've done videos before where you can sample crystal scents. There are tons of places you can get samples from. As a matter of fact, or you go ahead and plunk down all of that cash. Now here's a highly controversial piece of advice. Do not listen to every single fragrance influencer or content creator, fragrance content creator that says that a fragrance is hitting great. Because to be honest with you, a lot of popular fragrances that are hyped up or fragrance products that are hyped up doesn't always mesh with everyone else. And that has a lot to do with your body composition, the medications that you're probably on, if you're on any medications, whether or not you're hydrated, all of these things play into how a fragrance is going to smell on you versus smell on me. So just because I say I really love something doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to love it. However, I would highly recommend, if you are interested, going back to the point I made before about not blind buying, and the point I made before that, which was to sample or decant. That's what I would do. See, everything kind of rolls in together, right? Everything nests into each other when I'm talking to you here about curating your ideal perfume collection. Because to be honest with you, a lot of people talk because they're getting free stuff. Not everyone does that, but a lot of folks create content because they're getting free stuff, including myself. But I am not trying to tell you you must buy it or you must have it. I'm just saying you must try it. Good, try before you buy. That's my highly, 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 highly suggestive recommendation. As perfume lovers, as fragrance lovers, one of the things that we fail to do, well, I would say I failed to do, and I recommend that you do, is to create a capsule wardrobe for your fragrance, meaning that you want to create fragrance collection that has a purpose. So you have a fragrance or two for work, or 3 for work. Let's just, go out there wild and crazy. And then you have a fragrance for when you're hanging out with your girlfriends or your guy friends, right? And then you have a fragrance or 2 or 3. And then you have fragrances for, let's say, brunch or that type of event, a daytime event. Then you have a fragrance for dating, whether you're single or you're married or you're in a relationship or a situationship. So you have, knocking boots type of fragrance. You have first date, second date type of fragrance. Curate your collection around that. So you have intention. You're creating or curating with intention. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think that really is helpful, and it forces you to double down on not spending unnecessarily, not creating unnecessarily a burden for yourself, buying things you don't really want, you don't really need, and you don't really use. That's just my recommendation. Because to be honest with you, I'm looking at all of these fragrances and it can last me 2 lifetimes. And this is not even all of it. You don't want all of this. You really don't want it. Reality is it's nice to have, but if you're not really touching it, you're not wearing them every day, it's purposeless as opposed to being purposeful. So those are my tips for creating or curating a fragrance collection, particularly a niche collection, because niche fragrances tend to cost a lot more than designer fragrances. Although kind of like these days, designer fragrances and niche fragrances are almost the same doggone price. So, I mean, half a dozen or six, pick your poison. I hope this was helpful, and I hope I did not step on anybody's toes or hurt anybody's feelings. That was not my intent. My intent is for us, because of the times we're living in, to be a little more responsible and to realize that you don't know what's the next day is going to happen. And so, curating or living with a purpose or curating a fragrance collection with a purpose, I think is much more beneficial, especially if you're just starting out or you're just venturing into the niche lane, which is quite expensive. It's very expensive. It is very expensive. For those of you seeing me for the first time, see my pretty little mug for the first time, my name is Pamela and I want to welcome you to my channel. I absolutely love talking about fragrances because I have a lot of it, beauty because I have a lot of it as well, and also aging gracefully. I'm still trying to get over that part. I'll get through that part. Anyways, if you found value in today's video, please make sure you let me know by thumbs up the video. And if you didn't find any value, thumbs down the video. That way I will know, what I can improve on and also know what resonated with you during today's video. Please also consider subscribing to the channel. If this is your vibe, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so every time I upload, you will get notification that I put some content on YouTube. I really wanted to steer away from just giving you recommendations because I think that right now, to be honest with you, we're living in such a hard time and I'm a little perplexed by it. For those of you that are new, you wouldn't know that I am retired military. So all the stuff that's going on, it truly does affect me because for me, I see like my brothers and sisters in arms going to war and all that kind of stuff. And it still, it leaves me uneasy what's going on right now. Not to mention the fact that I'm a black woman. So there you go. All right, guys. Again, if you found any value in today's video, make sure you comment. Let me know what value you found in today's video. Let me know what I can improve on. I'm always looking for constructive criticism. I don't mind that one bit. I love it. I truly do love it. Again, thanks for watching. Please take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video.